Okay, you've been involved in spiritualism a little while, because I can feel quite a strong energy from you, and I feel you've done healing as well. You've got a very keen interest, I feel, in the animal kingdom, I've got to say. I don't know if you worked with animals or you're very interested in animals, but I get a feeling of dogs around you. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, dogs in particular.
Yeah, and generally the animal kingdom too, I've got to say. And and I feel that you've worked hard through your life. I feel you are a hard worker, is the feeling I get with you, and you're a late night person too, I've got to say, rather than early morning. And you've got a little bit of an artistic side, I feel, creative, an imaginative person, I'd say, as well. Good with words, good with writing, good with ideas. And I feel with you very strong connection with the spirit world. And I feel that you've got spirit guides around you, but I'm not going to go to the spirit guides because that's not evidential. Okay. But I'm feeling a gentleman trying to link with me first of all here. I feel quite close with him. I think we're talking about a family man here. So this gentleman would be, I get a very strong, heavy feeling on the chest as I'm talking to you. So I feel as if he had some form of, actually I've got a bad chest myself, but I get a feeling that I've had an actual chest condition that's affected the lungs. It could be emphysema, it could be lung cancer, something like that, or some bronchial thing that would have been with him at the end. The name Joe, would you understand Joe?
Yeah, Joe, yeah, it's a great uncle, yep.
Yeah, and can I say he had the chest conditions too, because I get the pressure on the chest? Breathing problems with him?
He probably did. It was cancer related.
Okay, but I can feel that it's that's taken me. It's all round the chest area with it is come with him as well, though, I feel. It's taking the condition away from me, but I feel with him also quite a cheerful sort of person, actually, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Quite a funny sort of man. He liked to have a drink, I feel. Liked to have a smoke, I feel.
Yeah.
Like to I think he liked the garden, he's saying to me, like the outdoor world, like dogs, like you do, actually. And a very cheerful sort of soul, you know. Talk very fast is the feeling I'm getting with him as he's to be. Yap, 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 yap. Talks like a woman, he says. Man's sense of humour, you know, when he says talk like a woman, I feel no PC stuff with him. I feel as if I'm looking at my feet, because I feel as if I keep my shoes or boots, I think he would wear rather than shoes, very shiny, right? They look like red boots, so they look a bit like Doc Martin type of things. But I keep everything tidy and ship shape.
Yeah.
Okay? Why ship shape? Did he go to sea?
He was in the army.
Army, all right. So, okay, for forces then. So I just get him, so that's obviously stayed with him as a bit of a legacy, right? I said about the breathing, but I also feel as if I had a problem on the right-hand side. I don't know if it's my right-hand hip or leg, but I feel on the right-hand side of my body I had some condition there as well that made me wobble a bit on the feet.
Yeah, that's correct. He did have a bit of a wobble to his gait.
Okay, a little bit of a wobbly walk. Okay,
yeah.
And that's not always the drink. But he said that could be, you know, the drink didn't help. So he got this lovely energy to him, this lovely friendliness to him. It's your mum's side of the family. He's talking about decorating. You just had decorating done.
We've had quite a lot done, actually.
Okay, because he's given me that then. So I just feel it's your home, I think he's talking about here. See your home doing the decorating, looking a lot better, nice sense of feeling of improvement, you know. I don't know where you are. He says you're not that far from where I am. So I'm in Hampshire.
Right, no, we're so if you keep going up to Basingstoke and beyond, we're in Bradfield, which is, do you know where that is? It's just...
no, I don't know. No.
Thatcham or Newbury.
Oh, right, okay.
We're not too far from there.
Fantastic. All right, I might come and join you one night.
This follows, I was going to say, it follows up to a second. I'll talk to you right at the end about it, but there is something else I wanted to talk to you about there.
Yeah, okay, well, he just said to me he wants to go and join them.
Oh, he's promised us. That's great. That's nice of him.
He's working on you. And he's saying, because he follows you around, Joe, does he? He tries to cheer you up when give you cheery messages. He gives the optimism and tries to find funny things to talk about. He's a sort of almost a bit like a clown in the way he goes around. He used to like Normal Wisdom, I think, but he said that he was tripping over a bit clumsy. Always be the one that breaks something, he says, and upset all the women. And Yeah, you liked him and he liked you, and I feel that he works with you there a little bit. Very down to earth and chummy sort of character that would a lovely man who died alone, I've got to say, because I feel as if he was on his own when he died. Playing, he's joking to me. I'm hearing him. I don't know if there's any significance in this at all, but I think he's just joking. He's playing a violin, you know. So I don't know if you play a guitar or something.
Yeah.
He's showing me the musical stuff. So obviously you like music, so perhaps he's trying to show me that. And you made your own songs up as well, he said. I do like the folky sort of stuff sometimes too, I've got to say.
Yeah, there's a few of us that played. So
yeah, they play together, and you've enjoyed it for quite some years. And I don't know if you had a friend that had something wrong with his leg. I don't know if he had... did you have a friend that had part of his leg removed or something? Does that make anything? Or did Joe know someone about something about someone that had their leg off? Part of the leg.
Family. I think there may have been somebody in the family there.
And so he's a man he loved his tea as well as his drink, actually. And he had a lot of sugars in his tea, he said. Strong-looking, bright teeth when he smiles, biggish teeth, and a thinnish sort of face-ish sort of thing.
Oh, when he was younger, he was out of all of my great uncles, he was always the thinner one.
Yeah, skinny face, big teeth, a bit gawky when he was young.
Yeah.
And so that's why I see it's a bit Norman Wisdom-y.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny as you say it. I see it. I didn't really think it, but as you say, I see it.
Yeah, a bit Norman Wisdom. He liked all that sort of humour. He loved, actually, his favourite was Tommy Cooper and Tony Hancock. It flashes of them in my mind too. And he actually was scared of the dentist. Come to that, he talked about the teeth. Obviously, something significant about dentists. I just get him sort of saying. So he's been watching around and taking an eye on you. You've not had him through, I don't think, before.
No,
and I think he's given me a feeling it's quite fun to get through because it's always the obvious people that get through, he says. Because he says you're not grieving for anybody. I asked, in my thoughts, I'm saying, does anybody really, really needs to come through? He goes, well, he's all right with most of us, actually. Right?
Yeah, that's
right. You're closest to your granddad, actually.
Yeah, my granddad on my father's side.
Yeah. And did you call him Papa or Pete?
Yeah, Papa.
Papa. Okay. And he's another one. I'm seeing him. It's his eyes that seem to catch my attention because he has these beaming eyes. I think he's trying to show me his eyes are blue. But I've got very attractive eyes with him. And I think I've got whitish hair too.
Yeah.
And another man quite smart. He's taller than Joe would have been. Because Joe strikes me as not such a tall man, I think he's trying to show me. But and your granddad, Papa or Papa?
Papa, yeah.
Okay, I can just feel him, because he's got a good sense of humour too.
Yeah.
And you can't put a foot wrong with him, I've got to say, because right from a little boy, you were absolutely idolised you, is what I'm trying to say. He whacked me around the head because he was pretty good at English, actually. He says I could speak English well. He would have liked to have been a teacher in his life. He wasn't, but he would have liked to have been a teacher because I feel he liked kids and he was always picking people up on facts.
Yeah.
And was there a Charles or Charlie? I think unless my mind's running something in there, but that's what I think he's trying to give me. Your granddad is lovely soul. Again, another very cheerful, uplifting character to be round. And I don't know if there's been... Is there some connection with him with Israel, is it?
But yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if he was in the Mandate or something, whether either in Israel or Aden. Okay, we'll check those factors. Those are the sort of things I might be wrong, but those are the things when we're seeking evidence that are really good because we can't. If it's not in your mind, I've not read your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. And often these are good things, important actually. And you like the old slapstick again. He's a bit like Joe. You like the old-fashioned sense of humour. The people falling over Mr. Pastry sort of thing. But he was a lovely man who he's showing me the fun side of himself here, actually. But he was also a pretty bright bloke as well, I've got to say. He's got the funny sense of humour, very amicable, sort of charming sort of man in that respect. But I also feel with him he's pretty clever as well when he's serious. you know.
I would say so.
And very good mind for planning and things and mathematics. I get this feeling I could planning he's putting in front of me. I saw for big papers or something. I don't know what he's done. I don't know if he's done something like is there some connection with firemen? Whose birthday is it? I'm just hearing happy birthday.
Okay,
Someone's got a birthday.
Yeah,
Sorry?
my dad, who's a twin, they both just had their birthdays just this
Okay.
last week.
So he said happy birthday because I just heard it.
So
Just
nice. Yeah, because that's obviously their dad. So
yeah. So say happy birthday from him.
I will do.
And did they buy new shoes or something?
I'd have to ask. I don't know if they've got new shoes.
I saw new shoes or something, or birthday shoes. You know.
I'll ask about that.
No, I just saw something with that, and and he sends his love to your dad because your dad, like you, was very close to him indeed.
Yeah, I mean,
look up to this man as a real figure, you know, a real manly figure.
He's a real role model, I'd say, to all
yeah,
of us.
a lot of people too, and other people too, because he had this kind of fearless, or appeared that way, you know, and he was actually. He would go into these situations and be able to still joke even in the most difficult circumstances, and even seeing some terrible things sometimes. And did he get a medal?
Yeah, he was. He did some particularly brave things during the war, where
medal.
bombs were dropping and he went in.
Yeah, saved people's lives and saw someone whose whole face had been taken off. He's saying
he saw some horrible things.
Horrible things, and yet he never complained, and he made very little about the fact that he got the medals, right? Unless he was rubbing it into someone. but you know, he was quite modest in that respect, but blasé in others, you know, because he'd be quite blasé with his humour sometimes. But with that type of thing, it was serious, and he was quite, you know, modest about it. Did he like sports? He would definitely come back to Earth to see what's going on in the sports world.
Boxing, he was a boxer himself.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny that I usually pick up on boxers because I've known a number of boxers. Okay, I could see him doing that though. Actually, funny that, yeah. You know, I should have said when I was talking about him, his face reminded me of a friend I've got called Gary, and actually my friend Gary was a boxer. But then I hadn't said that to you, so it doesn't count. But that's kind of, you know what it's like with mediumship. You get a flash, you quite catch it.
You realise the connection, and you
realise it a little bit later on. But but I do like his energy. I like his ways. I like his cheerfulness, his optimism. It keeps you cheerful too, because you remain reasonably cheerful most of the time. You look
maybe my personality. I don't let grief linger if I can help it. I try to remain.
No, you see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And I think by seeing the bigger picture, you realise, well, you know, actually, I'm on that line sooner or later as well. You know, and it's I feel you've had a lot of good evidence in your time from the spirit. You know, we're just adding to it here, but it's good to get solid confirmation, reassurance as well. But it's like you're looking at like I'm trying to do, really look at the deeper philosophy behind it all. You know, the reason we're here, the purpose of life. You know. And those type of things, and you fret over it sometimes because, you know, it's quite a hard one to find your way through, all of us, you know.